Jesse and Nutella and our staff first. It's, all of our bands come first. They're, it's just like having your children and they're your first priority. It's the same thing, no different with our bands. They're our priority. So really, the Maverick part of it is, again, we didn't want to follow. We're not there to follow the path of what other people are doing. We wanted to kind of change the game, disrupt the system and kind of do things a little bit differently than they've been done before. Really to be more in the favor of the artist. So
nice. What would you say, Jesse?
Yeah, I mean, the same thing, it's artists first, build not just artists first, but it kind of goes on to the whole concept of family. If you're putting the artists first, it makes them feel like they're part of the family, and they are. If it weren't for, on the Maverick side, if it weren't for all of the artists we endorse, we wouldn't be where we are. On the MVK side, if it wasn't for the bands that we've entered these management contracts and agreements with, we wouldn't be where we are. So, we owe it to them. And, like Brian said as well, we wanted to disrupt the system. Music can be, and entertainment in general can be such a cutthroat industry. And, we've taken heat from other businesses in the industry towards, we're doing things wrong. We're not doing things wrong. We're doing things different. And some don't like that.
Yeah.
Right. Attila, your turn. What would you say?
If you see that, I'm literally really, really tired. I slept 4 hours and then I was working with Isabella. I don't know if she's watching the show. Her website just came out, and of course we are dealing with every kind of glitches and bugs and everything. It's it's the second day basically. So we were working on that, and then also she's in the midst of her PR and playlist campaign. So she was submitting interview request, answers for interview requests, and basically that happened 4 a.m. We are texting 4 a.m. and then that's the same with Johnny from Kill the Imposter and the boys. Anytime I really treat them like family, and I feel the same, in exchange. Either if I'm talking about Isabella, this is really I want to make sure that is happening, not just we're saying that we are family. We really are a family. And then again, either I have two bands. Brian has, I don't know, 2, 3, or Jesse has 2. We know, about each other's bands and what's going on. We have same meetings. It doesn't matter. Cody, who's our country, artist, we all there, and we all helping, each other and them. It's not like my band or your artist. I take this really, really seriously, and I really love to see that is really happening in reality.
Right. I like that. I like that mentality where the band or the customer, when you build that relationship, and it gets easier. The results will be, that's teamwork, period. Now, when Jesse said that you guys got heat from this and that, every time there's more than one person in the room, no matter what you're doing, brother, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No matter what you do, as soon as you shake a little bit of the water, there's always somebody to be like, don't worry about it. So I think you guys are doing a great thing, and I don't see anybody doing anything close to near, here in Florida. And you guys, since I had the pleasure, the honor to be, my band, be part of it. I don't see anybody doing anything similar. So yeah, we had, this pause right now, but I don't see you guys stop working, which is great. You know what I mean? So I really, really think that when things get back to some sort of normality, and things start opening up again, I think you guys are gonna blow up. You know what I mean? Since you guys started now, how much your team has grown?
So good question. Obviously, when we launched MVK, it was me and Jesse kind of said, okay, we're gonna, we've got Maverick kind of on its own wheels now. We're gonna kind of shift over and roll out and launch MVK side, which we had in the works. And we knew right off the bat we wanted Attila involved. We've known Attila for a long time. He has a huge passion for music. He's got a good ear for music. So we brought him in as a partner and as director of artist relations because he's, generally he takes care, like he said, he was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, chatting with one of our artists. It was really something where we kind of sit there and said, it can't be just the two of us, and Attila had a lot of those qualities that we needed to bring in. Since, launching with the three of us, we have added now another, I think 3 or 4 people, so we have a good small group right now. We do have goals to grow, obviously. I mean, the thing is we want to, continue to grow on the developmental side. So, we definitely want to have somebody that can help with the development stuff. We want to have more artist managers. So, right now it's about, quality and not quantity. So we're not going to take on more bands on the MVK side than we can, have the time to manage. So we definitely want to do that. We would eventually like to take booking in-house and take PR and media stuff in-house. So we have plans to grow, but at the right pace and finding the right people, I think is a big key.
Right. And I know you guys have Supa on your team. What's his let's say job description? Because I know he's a big face, around you guys, which is super cool. I know he's the ambassador of the band, and he makes some waves out there.
So yeah, he's definitely, he's obviously our brand ambassador for the Maverick side. And MVK, he'll be hosting our podcast. But he and I kind of collectively came up with a title for him, a CAO, which is Chief Awesomeness Officer. So he's in charge of all things awesome. He is officially our CAO. So
nice. Nice. Now, Jesse, since you talk about when you ask the bands like your 1-2 years goals, where do you think you're gonna be? I'm gonna turn that to you. If right now I can ask you, what will be your goal as as the business owner? What do you think you guys will be, or where you want to be in 2 years, let's say?
Everything we have built, whether it's been the Maverick side or the MVK side, I like to call it responsible growth. Some people enter businesses and they just want to, grow as quick as they can and, make as much as they can. And that's not feasible. So to answer your question, for me, I see us in, whether it's a year down the road or 5 years down the road, sustainable growth. We want to continue to take on more artists on the MVK side as our capacity allows, whether that's, 2 to 5 more artists a year, can't necessarily pinpoint it. It's just, responsible, sustainable growth. We recently entered a partnership with Enzo Music Management Group out in the UK. So that's going to allow us to kind of grow and have a bit more of a, international presence, not just for them, with us towards them, but also them towards us. They have a partner here in the US already, Joel, who's over in Portland. And, we found them to really kind of fit our family values and our mantra. And, I know it's not necessarily answering your question, but it is. It's just, yeah. I want sustainable growth. Nice. I'm not going to sit here and say, we're here to take on the world. At the end of the day, you want that as much of a global presence as you can, but we have to do it responsibly and sustainably. Yeah. And I think we have thus far, we really have. And that's why, Brian said, we're setting a cap right now at 10 bands, because we never want to take on, bite off more than we can chew. We want to always be able to give the same level of focus. And obviously, as our roster continues to grow for artist managers or people come in to aid in the development side of things as well, we'll be able to take bigger bites.
Right. Yeah, and then you're gonna have to not bite, but you have to build your team even bigger and build a good structure so you guys can. It's nice the way, the way you guys are going. Like you right now, you're 4 years into it, right? You have your business pretty much open for 4 years. So I think you guys will be in a year or so. The way I've seen it, because I know you guys for pretty much a year and a half. I've been following you guys. I had the chance to offer, send our music to you guys, and seeing the growth, which is phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's one step at a time. I think that's the way it is. Trying to jump from here to here, like you said, you're gonna crash really quick. So, are you guys taking any submissions at all, even for the payroll company endorsement or?
Yes, so I mean, I'll kind of take that. So we are always taking submissions. Like, for us is we never want to tell anybody up. We're not going to look at we actually do look at every single email that comes our way, whether it's
We
for Maverick
listen to
endorsement,
every single artist as well.
yeah, or
Right.
if it's an MVK, for management or even development stuff like that, we review every single email. So I always say like send it in because you never know. We could, have a band that maybe on the Maverick side drops out or something happens and they're not going to be performing for a while, so we have a spot open. On the MVK side, like we obviously have planned growth. When that is going to be determined on how things play out. But we, having a band already in the back, kind of in our back pocket, say, okay, we have a band that we know that we want to bring on. There would be no way to know that without them sending that email. So we are always taking submissions. But again, like I said, I mean, we get a ton of submissions from not only in the United States, but abroad for endorsements for, on the MVK side for management. And so we have to be wise and we have to be smart with, who we take on and how many, because again, it's about, quality versus quantity. But we will never turn anybody away and say like, we're not going to read your email, or we will respond to every single email at some point. So.
Right. That's good, man. I've seen and I've heard and I've experienced that some companies that work with music and you send an email. For me, when I talked to you, Brian, a year ago, let's say for instance, I believe that an email has been sent to you if it's not responded within 24 to 40 hours business wise, but you were around the money one after another. So that for me as a business owner, that my experience that I see some companies, they take like a week to reply your email. That means you just, if before you even build a relationship, it's already taking 5 days for you to reply. Think about when you build a relationship, it will take a week or so. So you guys are doing a really good job with that.
Thank you.
Communication is the key. So guys, I would like you guys to promote a little bit or let everybody know where they can find Maverick, MVK, everything, everywhere you go, like website, social media and everything else.
Who wants to take it?
Yeah, take it. You can take it.
Well, websites obviously, for Maverick, we can be found for those that haven't gone to our website yet, www.maverickapparelco.com. I will note that we are going to be adding a bunch of new products, accessories, guitar pedals, things like that. I know a lot of people have been asking. So we do have expanded sizes, women's stuff, all kinds of things coming soon. But also can find us on Facebook, Maverick Apparel Company. Can find us on Instagram, Maverick Apparel CO, and on Twitter. And same thing with MVK. We have mvkmusicgroup.com. And then we have our Facebook page, our Twitter, YouTube channel, and Instagram as well.
Wow. Awesome. Guys, I really thank you for being part of it. My very official one. You guys are very easy to talk to. I was like, how am I going to talk to three guys at the same time? Very chill, very cool. I really appreciate, the respect and the trust because, it takes trust. So looking forward to talk to you guys in the future. Hopefully in a year we get together again. I'll be like, Jesse, do you remember this a year ago? Check it out now where you are. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we'll always be happy to come back.
Nice. Awesome.
Whenever you want to have us again, or it doesn't always have to be talking about us either. We can come on and we'll talk music.
Nice. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
for having us.
And I'll be in touch soon, all right? Thank
Sounds
you.
great. Thanks,
Thanks so
Regis.
much, too. All right,
See you
guys.
guys.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.